Sunt fericită să-l am pe Nik Halik alături de mine în studio, după ce i-am parcurs seminarul cu o zi înainte. E foarte interesant să fiu provocată să fac un rezumat al unui seminar de aproape o zi, în care am aflat foarte multe despre mecanismele financiare și despre împlinirea viselor. Două lucruri total diferite, dar care se pare că se întrepătrund. I said something very nice about you and about and now the challenge for us is to make a short story about your life and about the seminar from yesterday.
Definitely, thank you very much. Well, first of all, thank you for the invite. It's been my fifth time now in Bucharest, and I enjoy Romania very much. And yesterday we had a very powerful event about, how to live life on your own terms, how to create your own economy, how to create your own life, and just dream big and live with passion.
We need all the time to have a smile on our face, and a lot of people link the smile about money. How we can solve this problem?
Well, the biggest thing is, and I say to anybody, is like, find what you love to do, find what makes your heart sing, and find your hobby, find what puts a smile on your face, find what gets you out of bed in the morning, explore, find your life force energy, your energy signature, and then develop a business, become an entrepreneur, and work for yourself. Don't work for anybody else, work for yourself, and simply monetize your passion, travel around the world, and have multiple streams of income, But sometimes when it comes to happiness, just allow yourself to be happy, because irrespective of what you hear in the world, or the negativity, or the walls, or whatever, this is by far the best time in the world to be alive right now, and every day is an amazing opportunity, and specifically here in Romania too.
How is your advice to make a good plan for life? Because if you have a good plan, your life becomes better.
Absolutely. You need to define why. You need to define your why. You see, in life they say there are two most important days: the day you were born, and the day you discovered why you were born. So it's having a reason, it's having a purpose. If you don't have a purpose in life, then what are you going to do? You're going to find yourself 20, 30, 40, 50 years of age going around in circles. Doing what? Busy being busy. Be productive, have a definitive path in life. Know exactly what you want, and, cut every sign of retreat and simply give yourself permission to succeed, and, never ever give up. Because in life, the only truth is the result. So make a difference, and then once you understand life, then inspire other individuals. Inspire your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, then start to inspire your kids.
I come back to your dream, because your dream becomes true, and everybody, of course, wants the same. The strongest point in this story?
In relation to my story? Well, for me, I wrote down my top 10 hit list, my goals. So, in effect, what I did was I drafted the screenplay to my life. So I drafted my life. In other words, I predicted my life, and I've been the actor, the producer, and a director since I was 8 years of age. And I wrote things like, becoming a multimillionaire, going to the cosmos, to space, having lunch on a Titanic, climbing the highest mountains in the world, having beautiful homes around the world, visiting over 100 countries around the world, going to a space station, and walking the lunar surface of the moon. And only a young kid could have ever written those goals. And for me, that's what life's been all about. Just for me, fulfilling my life's purpose, but also sharing the dream, sharing the passion, and inspiring others financially and emotionally. And for me, that's what drives me. That's what puts a smile on my face.
But where is the destiny, the surprise of the life? The surprise can be happy or not so happy. If you have a good plan, the destiny, God, didn't broke your dream or your plan?
Look, I've always had problems. I've always had obstacles and hurdles along the way. But you know what? I love obstacles because it makes me grow. So for me, so long as I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm wealthy. And then I teach other individuals how to be happy, healthy, and wealthy too.
Back to the money. People spend without art of spending. How we can be better in this way?
Well, I explained yesterday, like at the event in Bucharest, a lot of individuals, they only have one single source of income. So they've gone to school, they've been programmed to have one single source of income. And the reality is, you need multiple streams of income, at least 5 minimum. One single source of income is not enough. Because, once you start to pay taxes, rent, leases, just living expenses, they're very high now. So you need multiple streams of income. Secondly, you need to pay yourself first. And here's the thing, right? Most people are programmed to pay all the bills, to pay the banks, to pay this, to pay everybody else, but they always never pay themselves. So what I say to people is, pay yourself first.
Your own salary.
Exactly, from your salary. The first 30% of what you earn, you pay yourself and you put it away in a bank account. And do not touch that money. Okay? That money will be used for investment purposes later on. So every time, whatever you earn, pay yourself the first 30%, straight to the bank. Okay? Next, run yourself as a business. Run yourself as a corporation. Okay? That way you can run all your tax deductible items from an operations account.
Somebody asked about the religion, because religion teaches us to pray and to hope.
Exactly. Look, I'm very neutral when it comes to religion. My father was an atheist, he was a communist, right? My mother, Greek Christian Orthodox, very religious, okay? So I grew up, I was baptized in a Greek Orthodox church. If you hope and wish for a better life, you're not working, you don't have any control of your life because you're reliant on somebody other than yourself. And I say to people, empower yourself and never be reliant on anybody. Because the reality is this, the poorest countries in the world are also the most religious countries in the world.
And also the poorest people.
And I'll leave you with that conclusion. With religion, and the problem with religion is this. Religion, unfortunately, divides people. A lot of wars are due to religion. And I say to people, be an entrepreneur and, use money, don't use people. You know what I mean? Inspire people, inspire the generation, inspire the country. And I think everybody should come from a very entrepreneurial spirit, because too many people are reliant on an employer or reliant on a church or reliant on this, and when things don't go right, what do? They blame everybody else. And I say to somebody, never blame anybody else, blame yourself first, because we are the result of every decision that we make in our lives. Be accountable, be responsible, and be a lighthouse, be a beacon of light, and illuminate the path for others to follow.
But in what kind of school you learned to think?
My schooling was this. I grew up on the Encyclopedia Britannica. What I do was this. I created my own life with my own rules. Okay? I was given a life, but I knew that in order for me to live the life that I wanted, I had to change the rules and basically personalize it, and then live life on my own terms, live life on my own conditions. Ethically, legally, but at all times doing it on my terms. And I say to anybody, if you don't have your own goals, you're working towards somebody else's goals. And I say to people, build your brand, build you up, because if you don't build your brand, why should anybody else?
How many sources for income do you have?
16. Yeah.
And which one is the most important for your money,
For me, they're very diversified. I have a lot of property, investment properties. I'm a property developer. I invest in the stock market, business. For me, it's very diversified. But the reality is, I don't work in the business. I work on the business. Big difference. When you're working in it, you're the one doing all the work. And you're too busy working to think about better ways to run your business. When you work on your business, you view it and you monitor it from the outside. And you have time to think, aerate the soul, you ventilate this, the passion, and you think of better business systems. But so long as you also inspire other people, you help people, because in life, you will only be measured by your contribution back to society.
It's important to have a mentor. It helps you to have another level.
Yeah, my mentors are all dead. So I never really had a living mentor. The Britannica was my first mentor, because it was history. And history will always teach you about the future, because learn from history's mistakes and then find out what not to do. That's why I've read every page in Encyclopedia Britannica, and I know a lot of information. I've digested a lot of information, but you know what? I also traveled and I became more mature, because a lot of individuals never leave the country. A lot of people have never been overseas. My passport, I've been to 132 countries. I go for a passport every 2 years. And my passport, when I get a new passport, it is 64 pages. So every 2 years, I go through 64 pages with stamps and stamps and stamps. Then I get another passport. See, when I become a father and I teach my kids, they will not go to school. They will be taught about life, history, traveling the world, immersing yourself in different cultures, different languages, becoming cosmopolitan. Me teaching them business, me teaching them about respect, principles, moral fiber, and then let them find what they really want to do. But I want to provide them a solid foundation. You don't force them, give them a foundation to work with, then they can do what they really love to do. That's an education in life.
Very interesting, because now you are in the moment of your life when you can make a prediction. What prediction you have for Romania?
Yeah. Well, I would rather people be more empowered and not be in a position where they're reliant on everybody else. And look, the reason being is this. My parents are Greek. I have a Greek background. I was born in Australia, so I am Greek-Australian, even though I live in America. Greece, for example. Greeks have lived in hope, praying and wishing for a better life, and they've been reliant on the government. They believe the government owes them a living. Look where Greece is today. Greece was a nation, the birthplace of democracy, the birthplace of religion, the birthplace of civilization. Now, 45% of Greeks are unemployed. Can you see the problem? I would rather empower people. The event, Trillionaire Revolution, we are taking this to Greece for the very first time in May. And it's going to be complimentary, and right now, for the older generation, it's too late because they're too institutionalized, meaning they're too cynical now. I want to work with the new generation. I want to work with them and inspire them, give them ideas, find them, give them the ability to define exactly what they really want to do, to become entrepreneurs, to become like, to have ideas, to create something, as opposed to, living in...
You like to put seeds, as I can see.
Plant the seeds, and so long as I give them the vision, I give them the foundation, and then it's their job to pass on the torch to somebody else.
I'm sure that will be very helpful, our interview, for a very beautiful garden in the future. So I just wait to see you again in Bucharest and to share with more people your mind. And I'm very happy that I met you.
Thank you for inviting me too, and I think Romania has a lot of great future too, because we have a lot of thinkers, and I think Romania definitely, for Eastern Europe, is definitely up there.